Hi everyone, it's me, Jessica lwhor, and you're back here watching lwhor Tube with another Jess Talk. That's right, before we get into this week's episode, make sure that you've subscribed to my channel, you've hit the bell for all the notifications, and as a heads up, this is an adult episode, 18 plus only. We will be talking about sex, adult topics, and not safe for work content. Let's get into it.
Attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention lwhor, attention. Here I am walking down the street, seeing all the boys trying to take a peek. Shorts pulled up and chest out right. Come on, boys, just take a bite. Look but don't touch, spin it round and round.
Okay, just as another reminder, this is an 18 plus episode. We're talking all adult content, kinks, and not safe for work things. Okay, let's just go full force. This is an adult episode. I don't know how much is going to be bleeped or whatever we have to do, but let's start with things that are in the kink realm that aren't my cup of tea. I like bondage and stuff to a certain point. Like, I'm not an extreme bondagey person, but I like a good slap or a choke every now and then. Okay, who doesn't? I don't want to get like bruised unless it's a hickey. Ooh, that's a great place to start. Hickeys. Opinions on hickey. Everyone thinks they're so trashy when you grow up or when you're a kid. Like, oh, that's so trashy. But what's any different than having a regular bruise on a different part of your body? Thank you. So I'm actually really hickey positive. I love showing off my hickeys. I love giving people hickeys to show off. Like, I love to connect the dots. I think it's really fun. I'm like, yeah, you know what I've been doing. You see? But bondage, we're on a tangent today. All sexual things. I'm getting all heated up and bothered, hot and bothered. Furries, see, that's a kink that I don't personally understand, and that like doesn't turn me on. But I'm also super sex positive, and in the way of like, if it's for you, that's great. And if you were to ask me to participate, would I try to understand and like be part of the community to understand it? For sure, and respect it, but it's not for me. It's not a gig for me. Same thing with pups, like the pup play, things like that. It's not for me, but I've found people that are furries really hot. I've found people that are pups really hot. I'm like sexually attracted in that moment, but it's not like a thing I Google. It's not like a porn type that I Google. First thing when I'm Googling something, well, I haven't Googled in a long time because Twitter is so accessible. Yeah, it's usually on Twitter because it's so easy to scroll. Like, you don't have to go search it. But back in the day, let's talk about back in the day, like high school, college, when you had to like dial up your porn. You had like Just Gay for It, Rocket Tube, X Hamster, Adult XXS. I Google a lot of throat fucking and deep throating for sure, hands down. A lot of cum, a lot of fluids, spit and cum, a lot of that. A lot of bisexual porn. I'm a lover of the body. I love titties. I love vag. I love everything. So super fluid there. Light bondagey rough things like fantasy play without it getting too crazy. Like I said, like I don't want to watch you get hurt, even if you like it. Not a big gaping person or fantasy. I think that comes from being a queen with IBS. Like if we bottom, we don't need nothing to be gaping. We don't need nothing opened up for a whole week because we, for that moment, cleared you out. But as soon as you get like a countdown until it's just game over, and then you're wearing a diaper to the gym. You know, you do what you gotta do. We can talk about that. Oh my god, like anal sex and shitting. Okay, I think there's like 4 different options that you peel away from that. I also think it's super normal. Like, it happens. Shit happens. Now, when they like blow an entire meal on you, I don't think that should happen. Yeah. Personally, like I get it. It happens, but if you're on a hookup, you just slowly walk away. You don't need to talk about it if you're not interested in seeing each other. Or option 2, you go to the shower. Like, oh yeah, baby, let's go to the shower. You know. Option 3, you're you're dating and it's a little serious and you're in a relationship and you're like, okay, it's happening, but we're just gonna power through and act like it's not happening. And then when you're in a relationship for a long time, you almost are like,
oh yeah, you shit on that dick. You like that?
You don't encourage it, but if it happens, you just make a joke out of it and continue. It happens. It is what it is. I'm also like one of those people that you can tell people that are comfortable talking about sex. If you ask them, do you know about Urban Dictionary? And do you look up the most ridiculous things on Urban Dictionary? So those are the, like, you can tell are some of the nastiest people in the room because they don't want people to know, but they have this little sick, twisted mind and they want to know all these fucked up things too and tell their friends. So I love Urban Dictionary. I've learned a lot from Urban Dictionary. I teach people every time I do trivia about Urban Dictionary. Weirdest place I've had sex was inside of a slide. Inside of a slide at a park because there was a police officer coming around. It was after 10 and we hid in the slide as quiet as we could, but we were like still fucking. I've been caught by the cops. In my old trashy Honda Civic, we laid down the seats of the car and we were trying to fool around and then a cop came and we were like 18 years old, both of us, and so young and stupid, plus it was really trashy in a Honda Civic. And then we couldn't find his wallet, and then years later when I turned 21, my dad, as a present that I didn't want, but he did it anyway, painted my car and put racing stripes on my Honda Civic. And while he was taking all the parts off, he found, I'm not going to say his name, he found his wallet in the seat of the car that was like welded there from 4 years ago. And I was like, I don't know how I got there. Yeah, I had his ID, no money, ID, gift cards, stuff like that. But it was pretty wild.
Have you ever had sex in drag?
No. Ooh, that's a good question. I've given head in drag. Very rare circumstances. There's so much going on that even if I wanted to have sex in drag, I would be so uncomfortable. There's tape and there's glue and binding and all kinds of shit. No, there's just so much going on that I don't think I'd enjoy myself. Would I try it under the right circumstances? Probably, but oh god, it sounds horrible. Yeah. Horrible. And if they catch you at the end of the work week, everything needs to be washed. Everything, including my soul. I've tried to get picked up many a times. I've been offered a lot of money to go home and drag with people, but I've never done it. I've given head twice, no, 3 times in drag, maybe 4 times. Once in a car, twice in the bathroom at the club. I wasn't performing. I just was there being a fool. And then once was at a show. I was working. So. Yeah, it was in the dressing room. It happened. I don't know. Just shit happened. But yeah, those are that. I've never done anything more than I make out all the time in drag. I don't see that, especially if it's at the end of the night. I don't care about my makeup. Like let's go tongue in it. Let's like really fuck this up.
Do you have a safe word?
In terms of
like
in bed?
Yeah.
No, because that never gets to that point. If we were to go into that realm of play, we probably would have a safe word. But our safe word to get out of weird social situations is bubblegum. Yeah. If we're like, time to go, bubblegum. Big promoter of self-like expression in your sexuality. Like, I want you to wear what you want to wear, and clothes don't equal wanting it. Like, I'm a big proponent of that. Big proponent of masturbation. I promote everyone to go touch themselves. I think the world would be a lot happier. I have mixed feelings on open relationships, polyamory, in terms of my want or desire to be part of it. I've never been in that type of relationship before. I'm always monogamous. I don't know. I think it would all have to be the right circumstance. I'm a super secure partner. When I'm in a relationship, I could watch my partner go make out with somebody in front of me, and I would not feel threatened by that person because I know that they'd be coming back with me. Yeah. And sometimes it's the opposite, and I get a lot of shit because I don't care enough. Like, I should care if that happens. I'm like, no, just tell me about it. Yeah. Don't be weird about it. Yeah. If you have something to hide or if you feel shame, then don't do it in the first place. But if you haven't, I want to know. You got a video? Let me see. So, yeah, I'm just not a jealous person. It's like that.
It's more about honesty.
Yeah, I just don't care enough. I feel like temptation is always going to be there in relationships. I feel like temptation always is going to be there sexually. That I think the hindrance makes people do stupid things, and they don't mean them the way that they are. And I'm not talking necessarily about like knowledgeably cheating, but like, this is the experience that I'll never, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think people would be more happy if they allowed some sexual freedom in the relationships, not like to their own conversation, for sure. Yeah, that was great. I think that just barely touches the surface. I feel like I could talk about sex over and over and over again. Yeah, that could be a series. Maybe sex talk.
Yeah,
Sex talk Saturdays could come back. I used to do that during COVID, so maybe we'll bring that back as a series because of this. Because I feel like I could keep going and going, and we're not going to make this short enough. So enjoy this, and then below, ask me anything sexual, and if I don't know it, I'll give you my best opinions on it. If or like how I would handle it, just comment below. All the things be 18 plus, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention the whore. Attention.